Tether and Bitcoin are giving the southern Swiss city of Lugano a crypto makeover, fresh off of re-landscaping El Salvador's economy. But how will the Swiss government's decision to make Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies legal tender affect their economy? But first, we're happy to welcome you back to the channel. This is Modern Blockchain, the vault of information when it comes to cryptocurrency, finances, and how we use them in our generation. Today, we're going to be giving you another amazing video. Are you ready to learn more? Without further ado, let's begin! Also, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified of each new upload. Lugano's Plan B project is a public-private collaboration to attract blockchain startups and encourage businesses and individuals to adopt cryptocurrencies. Other Swiss cities, including Zug, Zurich, and Neuchâtel, have established local blockchain industries with great success. According to the CVVC Top 50, Switzerland today has over 1,000 businesses employing over 6,000 people. Lugano has already developed a commercial blockchain and a Luga reward points currency, indicating that it wants a more significant piece of the action. According to Tether CTO, Paolo Ardoino, there will be 5 or 6 blockchain hubs worldwide. He went on to say that they've seen blockchains emerge in El Salvador, Miami, Dubai, and Singapore, but that Europe now lacks a major center. Lugano, as a multicultural city in the center of Europe, may be the missing piece of this puzzle. Tether creates stablecoins, which are cryptocurrency payment tokens tied to the US dollar. Tethers are worth around $80 billion in the decentralized finance system. However, Tether has run into regulatory issues along the way. In October, the US Commodity Futures Trading Commission penalized Tether and its partner Bitfinex $42.5 million for regulatory violations. The results of Tether's auditing of the financial assets remain a mystery. As a result, stablecoins, according to the Financial Action Task Force, are unreliable and might pose a severe threat to the financial system. Michele Foletti, the mayor of Lugano, remains unconcerned. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain are terms that many people are afraid of, but Lugano is not one of them, he stated during the Plan B launch. Lugano, being Switzerland's third largest financial center, has seen multiple bank scandals in recent years, according to Foletti. He stated that the traditional banking sector has had no shortage of reputational concerns. However, he also believes that Plan B's reputational risks are less severe than others we've seen recently in the banking sector. Did you know that the Swiss financial regulator has permitted Lugano to accept Bitcoin, Tether, and Lugo payment methods for taxes and municipal services? The city's treasury will now store cryptocurrencies instead of relying on third parties to convert payments into Swiss francs. Zug, Chiasso, and Zermatt have embraced this strategy, while Lugano claims to accept Bitcoin for a broader range of taxes and services. Parking fines, cemetery charges, passport issuing, recreational activities, and market stall fees are all examples. Significant funds are a must for economic promotion initiatives, so Plan B has set aside up to 100 million Swiss francs to lure blockchain enterprises to the city and 3 million Swiss francs to assist businesses in integrating cryptocurrency into their operations. This will be funded by private sector partners led by Tether and Polygon, a blockchain startup based in India. Tether and its sister company Bitfinex are building a shop in Switzerland. However, Switzerland has many financial, regulatory, and compliance specialists, but they have failed to find the right people. As a result, undisclosed money will sponsor 500 student fellowships to attend blockchain training sessions at local colleges. The attitude of businesses and individuals in Lugano will determine whether the proposal succeeds or fails. Only a few retailers have implemented Bitcoin Suisse's and payment infrastructure provider Worldline's crypto payment system. Nobody knows whether their Bitcoin will buy a basket of product, half a basket, or 2 baskets from week to week. The Tether stablecoin is designed to keep its purchasing power consistent. This could create a foundation of trust and thus increase adoption. Lugano has continued to lag behind other crypto nation Switzerland areas in terms of growth by putting their boat out further than others. You've reached the halfway point of this video. Before continuing, had you heard about legal tendering before you clicked on this video, or are you completely new to it? Whatever your answer is, rest assured that the second half of this video will have more to offer. But first, please give us a thumbs up and turn on notifications to be notified of new uploads. Let's move forward. According to several early users, it was only a matter of time until Bitcoin became generally accepted as a legitimate alternative to fiat currency. To put it bluntly, the original objective of Bitcoin was for it to be used for everyday transactions. Even though the digital asset has become a global phenomenon, its attractiveness as an investment method accounts for a large part of its mainstream success. There hasn't been much movement regarding Bitcoin's use as legal tender. What impact will using Bitcoin as a legal tender have on the country? Let's start with the positive aspects of the course. The Bitcoin network's most appealing characteristic is its decentralization. The crypto network is based on a peer-to-peer paradigm that allows for payments to be made without a middleman. As a result, unlike traditional banking techniques, Bitcoin payments do not require the input of central authorities or third parties for certification. Both parties of a transaction can make payments immediately from their wallets while other network members validate the transaction. In essence, the Bitcoin transaction validation process is not regulated by a single institution. As a result, censoring or reversing transactions is theoretically impossible. Traditional payment methods like PayPal and banks are the polar opposite of this system. The service provider or bank controls the entire process. In addition, these providers have the option of restricting access to their services for an individual or a region. They also have the authority to reverse payments, a practice that has been identified as a critical driver of chargeback fraud. Bitcoin's decentralized structure allows Bitcoin holders to avoid restrictions, making it perfect for remittances and other cross-border payments. In other words, both the Bitcoin network and Bitcoin are available worldwide. Therefore, accepting Bitcoin as legal tender provides a way to engage in the global financial market without worrying about payment constraints due to the limited nature of traditional fiat systems and Bitcoin's flexibility. When it comes to cross-border payments, using Bitcoin to complete international transactions is far less expensive since the Bitcoin network does not require a bureaucratic structure where transactions must pass through a succession of intermediaries before reaching their destinations. Because Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer network, transactions are almost immediate, making it a more cost-effective way to send money internationally. Bitcoin supply is limited to 21 million coins. However, we presently have roughly 18 million BTC in circulation, which indicates that slightly over 3 million BTC remains unreleased. The block reward halving method is a method that ensures that the number of BTC generated when new blocks are added to the Bitcoin blockchain is halved roughly every 4 years. This is another notable anti-inflationary mechanism used by the Bitcoin network. Since its inception in 2009, Bitcoin's value has remained on an upward climb thanks to these two mechanisms. This is in contrast to the old financial landscape, where central banks and governments could choose to issue more fiat money and, as a result, inflate the economy. Let's now discuss the disadvantages of Bitcoin as a form of legal tender. Uncertainties in the regulatory environment. Without evaluating existing regulations and adopting new ones, it is nearly impossible to establish a fluid economy anchored by Bitcoin. This method allows all concerned industries to comprehend and develop the necessary standards for processing, exchanging, and accepting Bitcoin. A Bitcoin-based economy, for example, necessitates a universal method of determining Bitcoin-denominated prices for goods and services. A more sophisticated crypto tax system and regulation regarding tracking and paying taxes related to Bitcoin payments are also required to be in place. While taxing cash transactions is relatively simple, tracking the activity of Bitcoin users, particularly those who use non-custodial wallets, and taxing them appropriately is more challenging. Bitcoin's price is naturally volatile with constant fluctuations. As a result, it is frequently referred to as a speculative asset. One of the main arguments to refute Bitcoin's legitimacy as a legal tender is price fluctuation. We've learned to expect a certain level of steadiness from legal tender over time. Choosing a steady legal currency makes it much easier to avoid losses caused by price fluctuations that are unpredictable or erratic. For example, if the price of Bitcoin declines before the 1 BTC is transferred to cash or a stable digital asset, a business that received 1 BTC as payment for performing services may suffer losses. This risk has, understandably, become a hot topic in El Salvador. In July, concerned residents stormed the streets to protest the country's intention to accept Bitcoin as legal cash. One of the problems discussed during the demonstration was Bitcoin's volatility and its effect on Salvadorans' wages. However, keep in mind that BTC's volatility is a double-edged sword. The value of the earnings of retailers, companies, and individuals who accept Bitcoin as legal money may increase as the price of the digital asset rises. This video demonstrates that using Bitcoin for recurring payments has advantages and disadvantages. We've now outlined some of the potential benefits and drawbacks of utilizing Bitcoin in Switzerland. I hope you better understand the consequences of recognizing Bitcoin as legal cash. That sums up our video for today. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to this channel to be notified of our new videos and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Again, this is Modern Blockchain and we're happy to share all the crypto information you need. See you in our next video.